Hey everybody, welcome back to Playground Sessions. I'm Phil, and today we have a brand new song lesson for you. It's John Legend's new one, Love Me Now. And in this particular video, we're going to be learning the chorus from the Playground Sessions original arrangement at the intermediate level. Now, if you want to learn the rest of the parts to this song, head to playgroundsessions.com, check out the app. We've got not only the rest of the parts, but also different difficulty levels. We've got rookie and advanced as well. But for today, we're going to be looking at the chorus, and that sounds a little something like this. 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, so let's break it down, and we're going to start with the right hand part by itself. Now before we start playing, I want you to notice a couple things. Take a look up above my hands here at the sheet music. Again, this is the Playground Sessions original arrangement of this part, and I just want to go over a couple of points here before we dive in. First, the key signature. What do we see up there? 4 flats. That means we're in the key of A flat major or F minor. Those two keys are related. But the 4 flats we want to remember are B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. Those are the 4 flats in this key signature. So every time you see one of those 4 notes in the music, those are going to be flat automatically. Next thing I want you to notice is the time signature. We see a C with a line through it instead of a number on top of another number. Well, you may have seen the C before. The C stands for common time, and that's just a shorthand way of writing 4/4. So 4 beats per measure. But here what we see is a common time with a line through it, and that tells us that we're actually playing in cut time. We're cutting the feel in half. So instead of 4/4, it's kind of like a 2/2. I also want you to notice the fingering numbers above each note. Now, I've included those from the graphics from Playground Sessions app to help you figure out your hand positions for this, because there are a couple of jumps, okay? But we'll get into all that here as we go. I want to follow the Playground Sessions method, which is play to learn. In other words, we're going to just dive right in and we'll teach these notes as we go. So let's get up in position. We're going to take our 5th finger, our pinky in the right hand, put it on a high F. And we're going to put our 4th finger on not an E, but an E flat. Don't forget the key signature. Okay, our 2 fingers on C. This is kind of our first position, but then we're right away going to change it. Okay, so we'll go F, E flat, C, and then another C, but this time with our 3rd finger. So we're shifting down by a note. Okay, now our 2 fingers on B flat, and we're sliding our hand back to the back of the keys here because our thumb is also going to be on a black note, A flat. We'll do another one for measure 3. All right, now measure 4 starts with a rest. We're going to use that rest to jump down to a new position. Thumb, or 1 finger, on E flat. 2 finger on A flat. And we'll walk up the scale here. 3 on B flat. 4 on C. Now a quick 8th rest. Back to B flat. Next measure, we have a half rest, and we play 2 different A flats with our 2 finger. Now, next line down, pinky or 5th finger up to D flat, 4 on C, 3 on B flat, we're just walking down, 2 on A flat. Now we jump down, thumb or 1 to F. All right, now we're about halfway through this section. We're going to see the same thing we saw in the first half here start our second half. And that goes like this. 2 on A flat, and then pinky way up to F. We're starting this figure over again. 4 on E flat, 2 on C, and then a 3 on C. Doing that little dance there. Down to a B flat, and then thumb on A flat. All right, next line, we start with a quarter rest. Again, we're going to use this rest to jump down and move our hand position. Thumb on E flat, just like before, 2 on A flat, and we'll walk up, 2 C's, rest, B flat, B flat. Now we're going to tag that last idea. That means we're going to just play the ending again. So that goes just like the last 2 measures. All right, now we're going to end it with these 3 notes. It might seem a little weird, but when we go to the next section in the next video, you will see that it's actually a pickup to the next section. Okay, but for now it sounds a little weird because we're not finishing out that phrase. So we'll save that for the next video, but this is the whole right hand for the chorus. Okay, now what I want to do is have you review that a bunch of times. Okay, because I help you walk through it out of speed, out of tempo. And that's important because we don't want to add the extra pressure of playing along in time while we're still trying to figure out these notes and these fingerings. So please rewind and play back with that as many times as you need. But when you're ready, let's try this together with the metronome at the slower tempo. The full tempo for this arrangement is 110, and what I want to do now is play it through at 40 BPM. Okay, so a slow tempo. All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Rest. Rest. Up to D flat. And walk down. Rest. Now, second half. Switch fingers. Look ahead. Rest. Now tag this idea. And here comes our ending pickup notes with our first finger. Way to go. All right, when you've done that enough times to feel comfortable at the slow speed, meet me back here and we're going to try it one more time at full tempo, 110. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Excellent work. All right, so we've got the right hand down. Let's push pause on that for a minute because I want to start talking about the left hand. Let's just dive right in. Play to learn. We're going to have 4 different chords in this section, and they repeat. So it's pretty straightforward. Our first chord is D flat major. This is actually an inversion of a D flat chord, where we have our D flat on top instead of on the bottom. We're going to tie that over into the next measure. By the way, each one of these chords we play in this section ties over to the next measure. Our second chord that we see in measure 3 is an A flat major chord, also in an inversion. And for a quick reminder here, an inversion is a chord that has the same notes as a normal chord but just put in a different order. So in other words, an A flat major chord is actually in root position like this. A flat, C, and E flat. But when we invert it, we take these 3 notes and we can put them in a different order, and it's still the same chord. So what I've done here in this arrangement is put it in a second inversion, which means the E flat's on the bottom, A flat's in the middle, and the C is on top. All right, our third chord, moving on to measure 5, is an E flat major chord. And this one is in root position. So E flat, or the root, is on the bottom. Our next chord is F minor, F, A flat, and C. Those are our 4 chords. Then they repeat, okay? So we go back to D flat in first inversion, tie it over. Then we go back to A flat in second inversion. Then we go to our third chord, E flat major in root position, but we don't actually play our final F minor. We're going to leave that as a rest while the right hand plays its melody. So real quick, before we jump into the context of the song, let's just play through each one of those chords for one measure or 4 beats, okay? I just want to highlight each one and go through and practice moving through the positions, okay, before we add the right hand back in. So our first chord is D flat major, first inversion. Ready? 1, 2, ready, play. Next chord is A flat major, second inversion. Next is E flat major in root position. Good. And our final chord is F minor, also in root position. Now we're going to repeat these ideas. So D flat, first inversion again. Then we do another A flat, second inversion. And finally we do E flat root position. We don't play the final F minor. This is our last chord, because then we're going to rest. Alright, well, that was also a run through at the slow tempo. So do that as many times as you need before we do it at the full tempo right here, which is 110. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Great work. That's the left hand. So I don't know about you guys, but now I think it's time to get both hands in the mix. Alright, so just like our other song lesson videos, when we get to the both hands together part, we're not going to talk about the individual hands parts anymore. So if you have any questions or any trouble still with these parts, go back and look at the hands separate sections. When you're ready, here we are. We're going to do it at a slow tempo of 80 beats per minute. Let's get our hands up in position. Right hand, 5th finger, pinky on F, high F, and left hand, D flat major is our first chord. That's our position to start. And I've got 80 BPM on the metronome. Let's do it. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. There it is. Alright, after you've reviewed that a few times and feeling good about it, let's do it at the full tempo, 110. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Way to go, guys! Give yourselves a round of applause. That is John Legend's new tune, Love Me Now. And you just learned the chorus to the Playground Sessions original arrangement at the intermediate level. Now don't forget, if you want to finish this song or learn it at different difficulty levels, head to the Playground Sessions app at playgroundsessions.com. You can click the card above here or head to your Google web search box and type in www.playgroundsessions.com. Learn all you need to know about the app so you can finish this tune and learn a bunch more. Well guys, once again, I'm Phil, and if you love what you learned here today, remember, hit the subscribe button to your left. We've got song lessons where we show you how to play the main sections of songs from all sorts of different artists, like Coldplay, Beethoven, Miles Davis, John Legend, the Beatles, many more. And we're also putting out theory videos where we deconstruct popular music, we talk about chord progressions, rhythms, we'll be talking about practice tips, arranging and composing tricks, all sorts of stuff, everything related to the piano. You can find it here on our YouTube channel. Hit subscribe so you don't miss what's next. And if you like what you saw today in the video, well, that was me using the Playground Sessions app. That's right, the features you saw on screen today can be at your fingertips with the full playground experience. Co-created by music legend Quincy Jones, the app has incredible interactive feedback and gaming features.
full songs broken down by sections and in different difficulty levels, and a whole music theory boot camp section, all taught by YouTube star David Sides. So click the app button on the left to learn more. Alright guys, I'm Phil and you're watching Playground Sessions. Hit that subscribe button so I can see you for the next video.